Hey, 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 Laura J. It's Happy Halloween, Hallows Eve, Happy Samhain, whatever way you want to celebrate the fact that we are actually at the thinnest part of the veil between worlds, which was what this whole facade of the act of actually trick or treating. Are you going to trick or treat? Well, please don't trick me. Unless you are willing to be deceived willingly, at which case it is shame on you for buying the BS willingly, then it is on me for selling it to you, if that is what the case may be. You see? It's 7:20. At 9 a.m., we're going to go live to review reviews. And I don't even know how many there are, and there might not be any, and I haven't checked, and I'm not going to be disappointed because expectations are the leading cause of disappointments, and I'm choosing to show up without any. I'm choosing to show up, and I'm just simply going to say, hey, you know what? I got this book published June 28th, and it was a ride writing it. It has been a ride getting it published. I'm buying a lot of copies so that I actually have copies to be able to offer at a better price because I got them for a better price, so I pass that on. They are going to be featured in chapters in Indigo, so people will be able to buy them over the holidays, which is super exciting. And when I say the holidays, do I say holly days? The ways that we get dazed when we consume the holly tree, the berry? So, I want to, at 9 a.m., review reviews if there are any. And then also, I've got friends that are showing up that have either read the book, have got the book, have started it, know me, have been part of the course that or are part of the course that I'm running, have been part of things that I've done in the past, or are going to be part of something that I'm doing then when it's the right time for the one that is then ready for the next level of their awakening, which is really what I hope to be able to help facilitate the awakening process of. And also see that awake is where we grieve and mourn, as we would say, and adorn ourselves in black, which is the color of the void, which is the creative energy that allows us to be able to gestate without the pressure or stress of anything coming for us, unless things are in the dark, and then, oh, fart. You might shart yourself. In which case you unexpectedly release a little more than just the gas, and then you say, oh, alas, I must change my pants. But pants in England, did you know, are called what we call here in America, in the Americas, underwear. So pants and underwear are actually the same thing, so be very clear when you're talking to an Englishman whether when they talk about their pants, whether they're talking about their trousers or whether they're talking about their underwear, because those are an important distinction. And all of these little cultural nuances that we don't necessarily know unless we do, such as even the use of to. Like there's the to there, so the to. There's the TOO when you're saying you want to add something to something that was already said in the same sentence. And then you have the number 2. So you've got the TO of 2, the TOO of adding on, the TWO of the number 2. Those 3 twos, how is one who is new to the language going to easily discern unless explicitly told? Advised. Well, have you ever looked at the word advice as adding vice? It's not nice. When we see just how much we've been spliced and fragmented, just like our DNA, don't you see how we are being overtaken? Oh, stand firm in your faith, my fellow man and woman. And you know, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I don't quite know how it works with the binary and the trans and how it all fits into the hierarchy of creation. And I think it's an important conversation to be had with the young ones involved, the teenagers, the young leaders that need to see the deception that is at play. A Wrinkle in Time is one of the books we will be reading this month, actually. Not this month, because it is the last day, October 31st, of course. But November, we are going to read A Wrinkle in Time, and also James Allen's book, As a Man Thinketh. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Whew. So, all of this is to say that at 9 a.m. today, I will be going live on a Zoom meeting you are welcome to attend so that you can be one of the friends in the gallery that others get to see in the replay. It will be recorded and shared to my YouTube channel if I cannot figure out how to actually stream it live to both Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I am sitting with the book that took 5 years to write in a month. This is my version with the heart on the top. It is done in purple nail polish. And ultimately, I am really proud of myself because eviction is an inclination to undertake a certain kind of work, often in response to a perceived calling, a summons, a perceived summons, a calling. Often in response to a perceived summons, a calling. So, conviction is a firmly held belief or opinion, or a formal declaration that someone is guilty of a criminal offense, made by the verdict of a jury or the decision of a judge in a court of law. Our words hold power, which is why we spell them out. When we write to right wrongs, we are pressured to uphold for the sake of saving face, to avoid having other people lose respect for oneself, at the expense of our self-respect. I dare say the cost is too high, and the lies need to be exposed now by those willing to pay the price, lest our souls pay the ultimate price in the end when we are called to account for the life we led while we lived, and got to be the example of love incarnate, who inspired others to be true to their authentic nature too. Accountability, the fact or condition of being accountable for results, responsibility. We have become disconnected from what truly matters in life in the name of defending belief systems backed by nothing but our trust. And when the markets crash during the anticipated Great Reset, and people lose their identities that have been fully vested in a corporate world based on illusions, we need to be there for one another, or we will be systematically taken out by heartless drones we allowed to rule the roost, a temporary place to rest or stay. We all need to take a few steps back to ask what the point of achieving worldly success is if we lose our connection to the people we came here to play the game of life with in the process of achieving it. If we walk on everyone to get to the top of the ladder, when we realize the corporate ladder is actually fictitious, which is why the legal system is ruled based on a legal reality that we have come to believe is true, when the truth is it? Only you can decide for yourself what is going to be true. Those were on page 108 and 109. And that is actually where we talk about Carolyn Miss's archetypes, the survival archetypes that she says are the aspects of ourselves that cause us to negotiate away the power of our spirits within the physical world. They also influence how we relate to material power, authority, and how we make choices, because an archetype is a familiar pattern that gets filled in with energy in a universe that fills every space, either by intention or default. This goes back to our choice to be a reactor or creator, which use the same letters with very different outcomes. When we're unaware of these inner characters or personalities, they rule the roost, and often let fear influence their decision-making processes. But with some training, we can influence them to work in our favor. The sacred design is there. We just need to retrain ourselves to choose faith instead of fear. It's just about to 10:10. Now it is. So I'm going to say, draw near to the fire of mine own heart, because it is the place that I can start. And if you need to catch wind and flame from the passion burning in my heart, then please don't be lame and stay at home because you're afraid to make your claims. Damn it, do it. Because if you damn it, then you actually can block the flow so you can go further, and then you gotta unblock that flow. We always gotta unblock that which we no longer wish to be kept away from, which is our greatest and highest good, that is always waiting to flood unto our hood, if we are willing to actually stand firm in our faith and do what it takes to be the one that we've been waiting for. Which is where then we need to see how a transhumanism agenda fits into the hierarchy of creation, where the creator owns the creation in this reality. We're Matrix because she didn't know better, and now because of what we are sharing, she will. So it'll be active ignorance, willful ignorance. Active and willful may be synonymous. I gotta know. What do you say? So this is how we go. We ask questions as kings of the domain that we are the ones meant to claim. We are meant to rule the kingdom of our own body, mind, heart, our energy. These are the things that we take for granted. We must not. We must not take these things for granted any longer. And we must get ready for that which we've already committed to. So, I'll see you at 9 a.m. Adieu. For now, Laura J. Namaste, namago. For now.